Ken Trahan with Lenny Vangilder. It's our first NBC weekend preview brought to you by First NBC Bank with locations throughout the metropolitan New Orleans area and beyond. You want to get your banking done? You want to get everything taken care of? Go to First NBC Bank. It's an interesting weekend to say the least, and of course, most interesting because LSU Alabama get back together. And anytime they play, it's a big deal. And clearly LSU is motivated based upon what happened in the Superdome not too long ago. Alabama's been terrific, though, and if they want to win this football game, they being LSU, they're going to have to play by far their best game of the season.
No question, I think, and it comes from all phases. It's going to be, a lot of people are focusing on the offense. Where was it against Alabama a year ago? The fact of the matter is the offense didn't win the game against Alabama in Tuscaloosa. It was the defense continuing to get stops in the red zone, forcing field goals, making Alabama attempt field goals, and Alabama missed 4 of them. And so special teams played in as well. But the fact of the matter is Alabama's special team much improved this year. Their kicker hasn't missed a field goal. So it's going to take a complete effort at all 3 phases of the game, not just offense, but defense and special teams, if LSU is going to win this football game Saturday night.
And many people wonder if they're capable of summoning it up. I think they are, but it's going to take nothing less. And they're going to have to find a way to make plays in the passing game because they're not going to be able to line up and just run the ball at Alabama without being able to throw the ball. They simply won't be able to do that.
And it's you need to be able to show it, and you need to be able to complete some passes down the field to open up the running game. And clearly that's what LSU wants to do. As much as anything else, they want to win the battle of time of possession and, keep their offense on the field and sustain some drives, not allow Alabama to have the opportunity, and ideally you want to be able to, create a little momentum, use that home crowd advantage to your advantage. And, of course, that's, a lot of the nuances of the things that you're going to see go on over the course of 3.5 hours of Saturday night.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It should be fun, obviously. Of course, Tulane has a homecoming game with Rice, another team that they're capable of beating. And Ryan Griffin's had 3 consecutive superb games, got recognized for it. Lorenzo Doss, 2 interceptions, got recognized for it. This is an opportunity, clearly, to win a 3rd game, and it will come on the heels of the stadium announcement and naming rights and everything else involving Tom Benson and the Saints. And clearly this is good news for Tulane.
It really is. And, this is a huge time of momentum right now. Having won 2 out of 3, an opportunity to make it 3 out of 4 on Saturday, the announcements of the stadium on Thursday, homecoming, your Hall of Fame weekend. Our good friend Jeff Cummings among the Hall of Fame inductees this weekend. Congratulations to him and the rest of the homecoming class. And just so many great things going on. You want to continue to build on that. And obviously, as we're getting close to the end of the regular season here, you start talking about, finishing off recruiting and things like that. All that momentum can only, turn into perhaps some great things come February for Curtis Johnson and company.
No question. They get to 4 wins, they will have done a really good job. I think there's a great chance to get that 3rd, and this is a great opportunity, and it would make a lot of people happy based upon what has transpired this week and with homecoming taking place. The Saints are at home, a Monday night affair. Of course, we'll talk more about it on Monday, but still, the Eagles are coming up on Monday. It's another winnable game. Michael Vick will get the ball. The Saints played poorly last week. They have to play at an optimum level against anybody with their margin for error.
Really, it's you don't know where to lay the blame from Sunday night's loss to Denver, but the fact of the matter is the defense struggled again. The offense probably had its worst game of the year. Special teams were so-so at best, but again, much like we talked about with LSU against Alabama, right now the Saints do not have a lot of margin for error out there. When they've won these 2 games, Drew Brees has been outstanding. The defense has been able to make plays late in games, to be able to preserve leads, and that's what's going to have to continue to happen. Ideally, we suddenly harken back to the days of 2009 and 2011 where the Saints were just blowing teams off the field, but until we see that, we have to assume that that's going to be the formula that's needed to win a game.
Big weekend of prep football, big games on the final week of the regular season. O'Perry, Walker, and Carr, big showdown, of course, at Berman Stadium. Holy Cross and East Jefferson, big showdown at Joe Yenny Stadium. John Curtis and South Plaquemines, big showdown, of course, in Plaquemines Parish. So it will be big, and of course, our first NBC Prep Football Showcase continues on Sunday afternoon.
Right, Rummel Brother Martin will be the last game of the regular season. As it will, you'll see it. We'll see it live on SportsNola.com Saturday afternoon, 3:30. You can watch it on WHNO Sunday at 1 o'clock, and of course, you'll be behind the mic with the call of that one.
We look forward to it, and of course, don't miss the original Ken Trahan's original Prep Football Report Friday nights, 6 p.m. to midnight. Coverage all over the state on 9 radio stations and websites, including SportsNola.com, where the video is streamed live, and of course on WGSO 990 AM. Scoreboards at SportsNola.com. Look, Jude and Emmanuel do a fantastic job. It's where everybody comes. You want your scores on Friday night? It's where you want to be. SportsNola.com. And this has been our first NBC Weekend Preview, brought to you by First NBC Bank. For Lenny Vangilder, I'm Ken Trahan. Have a great weekend, and God bless.